Please welcome this evening's guest moderator, Etsy's VP of Global Brand and Marketing, Matthew Stinchcombe, and tonight's guest, Martha Stewart.
Thank you, Matt.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming. This is really exciting for me. I was once had the pleasure of being on Martha's show, and I have to tell you, it's very intimidating and exciting to be interviewed by Martha, and just as equally intimidating and exciting to be on the other end of this. So, yeah, let's jump right into it.
Excellent.
You know.
Oh, can I make one mention? Gail Towie is here, who's worked very hard on the app with Nicholas Calloway, who is also here. And Gail's going to be creating a card from two of our favorite bundles on the CraftStudio app while we talk. So I think it'll be fun for the audience to watch.
For sure.
And in this day and age of being able to multitask, I think they can watch and listen. Yeah. Don't you think?
I think so. I
Okay.
think that's all we're ever doing. So I mean, that's actually where I wanted to begin. So here we are at the Apple Store. You know, I know for Etsy, we started out just being makers of things and said, hey, let's build a marketplace for people to sell this stuff. And you know, I never really imagined what a profound effect technology would have on the whole DIY world. So I just wanted to kind of hear your thoughts about technology and its ramifications for the crafter.
Well, it's actually taking real tools and real things and digitizing them so that you can actually create on something like the iPad. It actually took the iPad to be able to create an app for like this. Couldn't do it otherwise. I mean, not yet, but hopefully all devices will be able to be used in this way sometime in the future. But we're very excited about it because the CraftStudio app really does take the hard work we've done in developing and creating and inventing tools for our craft business, which is quite a large business now, for paper crafts, for knitting and needlework and all kinds of other crafts. And it just enables you to take some of those fabulous tools and play with them and try them out digitally. So you can cut, you can paste, you can glitter, you can take your pictures and insert them. You can enlarge and you can decrease. You can do all kinds of stuff, and you become a graphic artist really quickly. And you said you spent an hour before you thought, well, I better get back to work.
Yeah, it is funny. I am not a graphic designer, but I wanted to try out the app before I came here and talked to you about it, and yeah, it's really fun. Actually, it's really addictive. But I was too embarrassed to bring the cards that I made because
I would have liked to have seen them.
I didn't feel like they'd be the best endorsement.
Did you put your baby in them?
I did not put my baby in them, but I will.
Send me one.
Yeah. So, well, let's talk about the app for a second.
It's for a lot of different things. You can create business cards. You can create your own stationery. You can create invitations. You can create Halloween, any holiday cards, wedding invitations, all kinds of things. And we'll be adding more and more bundles as we go along. I have a list of the bundles that are available now, and this is just the beginning.
Well, maybe we should start just by first describing what the app does, because maybe people aren't familiar with it exactly yet.
Okay, well, it takes your photos if you want. It takes designs that we've created, these certain bundles, like everyday, like beautiful doily lace, different kinds of artistic bundles. And you can work with these particular bundles. You can mix and match them too, and you can create with the tips of your fingers all kinds of different things, messages, as I said, invitations, cards, whatever. So it's the first of its kind, I think, and we're very excited about the ramifications of such an app too.
And how long has it been out?
Just about 4 weeks, Gail? 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Yeah.
It became quickly number one on the free app store, and then it is now, I think, as of yesterday, it was number 7 or number 5 on the paid lifestyle apps, and it's in numbers, we're very pleased with the sales. It's about 400,000
Wow.
now. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's by sending a card to your friends from this, it's kind of a viral. They'll say, "Oh, how do they do that?"
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll go and purchase. And of course, I've been using a lot of social media, as many of us have in our company, to spread the word. And I've been tweeting all day about it. It's kind of fun.
So, I mean, that's kind of going back to my first question too, talking about the way technology is changing crafting, right? With your app, Photoshop, Illustrator, there's other tools out there for designers. What about social media? Like you're saying it's important for driving the sales of this app. Is it important to other parts of your business too?
Well, it can be, sure. I mean, you mean the digital world?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have a very active website with many blogs on it too, and lots of information. Recipe is a very heavy search on our website, since we've been the creator of so many thousands of recipes over the years. We not only have our website, but we also have digital editions of our magazines. All 4 magazines are available digitally now. And Martha Stewart Living was one of the first magazines to go digital, with a very beautiful and effective issue. Which has now become sort of like the iconic image of a digital magazine. But each and every issue is so fantastic. I like reading my magazine digitally online. I really like it. So on the iPad.
Yeah. So I mean, the magazines are digital. Your new app, of course.
Yes, and we have other apps too.
Uh-huh.
If anybody wants to go home and make a drink, you can just call up our cocktail app. You can also make cookies and cupcakes and smoothies and how to dye eggs for Easter. Eggs dyeing 101.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
all useful.
Just before we came out here, I was asking you, do you even have time to make things yourself? And you were telling me, well, this morning I was making apricot jam, which I thought was very impressive. But I'm wondering, with these apps, are you making stuff with CraftStudio too?
I am. I actually get quite addicted, and I have to also put it down because it's very fun to use. And it's very fun. At first I thought, this is too simple for me, but it is not simple. It is fun, and and you can make it as simple or as complex as you wish. And it's goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and you'll be surprised at how much you can do with something that seems at first so easy. And that's what I think is the genius of it, is that it is easy and at the same time complicated, and but it doesn't seem complicated.
Yep. No, I mean, I feel like that's like every Apple product in a nutshell, right? They're very easy to use, but they can be very complicated too, if you want them to be.
Flattering to be compared to anything Apple, but boy, oh boy.
So what have you been making? What kind of stuff?
On the app?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just made, I gave a commencement speech at the University of Phoenix in Arizona about 3 weeks ago. And I used the app to create for my talk, which had some slides in it, some visual slides. I used it to congratulate the graduating class of 70,000 people. Did you know that University of Phoenix has 70,000 graduates?
No.
And
does Phoenix have 70,000 people?
And many of the graduates, not many, but I would say like 2/7 came to the graduation, and they sit in a football stadium, that great big stadium where the Giants played the Patriots. I went 2 years ago to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And that's where the graduation is held. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I created a beautiful card that came, we had it projected, that actually started with a flying hat, a graduation hat, and went on and on and on to finally say congratulations to all the graduates. It was very nice.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So, I'm of course interested in this.
Mortar board was I think isn't that the hat, the mortar board?
Yeah, I think
yes.
that is what it's
and
called.
I forgot that name.
And you flipped the tassel over, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, so I was curious about this craft app as it pertains to small business. So for those of you who don't know, Etsy is a marketplace for hundreds of thousands of small creative businesses to sell the things that
How
they make.
many now?
We have about 17 million members and about 800,000 small shops
It's
on
so
the site.
wonderful. And we
Yeah.
used, and can I say that
Yeah.
the Martha Stewart show, the television show, and the magazine has used Etsy for years as a source for some of the greatest craftspeople in America. And we go through it with a fine-tooth comb and looking and looking and looking, and we have found some really fabulous and many fabulous creative people on Etsy.
Yeah, no, it's really amazing. I actually think, to your point earlier, like there's apps like this that allow people to maybe not have traditional graphic design skills, but have the ability to do it. Just like Etsy made it easy for someone to create a shop and to get their products out to market. So I think there's a lot of different ways that technology is really changing the face of things.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And
So-
we would love to. We were just suggesting that because we also make a lot of products for with Avery for Staples, the stationery store, to make business cards, to make blanks of business cards and stationery and envelopes of different sizes and shapes, so that small businesses don't have the added expense of having expensive printed materials for their business, and you can just do it with an app like this.
Yep. So, I asked a group of Etsy sellers yesterday. I knew I was going to be speaking with you, and I said, well, what would you want to know from Martha? And so, I think already you're saying, well, these apps would be really great for small business owners, but you were at one point a small business owner too.
Oh, yes.
So I'm just kind of curious, what advice would you give to all of the small businesses just starting out on Etsy right now?
Well, one thing that you should have, I think, is a card with because I remember I used to have to handwrite on a piece of napkin or something my name and phone number, and that's the easiest thing to lose for anybody. They'll blow their nose in it and throw it away. But you really should have a business card. You should really try to keep your business extremely personal and as aligned with you as possible, because I think that's important when you start out. And I could go on and on. There's hundreds of things that you have to do when you're starting a small business. But for the Etsy people especially, once they have that really great idea, sort of run with it and try to see if there is a market for it. And Etsy is like that fabulous marketplace. I didn't have Etsy when I started out. Boy, what a great thing it would have been. I probably would be in a different business, because I would have probably been selling things instead of, at that time,
Right.
instead of I became a caterer instead.
Yep.
And it was much easier to sell things, sit at home and enjoy making things.
Right. So
Weave some baskets.
besides apricot jam, what do you make now?
Well, I make a lot of stuff. I finally have 2 grandchildren, which I've been waiting for a long time, and they're like young, not even a year and a half and 4 months, and I sewed a dress. I could sell a million of these on Etsy.
Well, open a shop.
They're
We'll
real
definitely help
pretty.
get you started. Yeah.
And I went and I found 2 gorgeous dish towels at a store, and I had tried to give the baby girl 2 parakeets, and her mother did not want parakeets quite yet. No pets in the apartment, please. It's a lot of work. And so I found 2 towels with embroidered parakeets on them. I didn't find them on Etsy, but I found them. And so I bought 2, and I made them into a dress. And it's a very cute dress.
Very tiny dress.
Well, yeah, small.
Yeah. Small baby.
Yeah.
So have you actually bought things on Etsy before?
Yes, I have, because oftentimes when we have one of the fabulous crafters on our show, I want everything.
Yep.
Everything they make. So, and one of your sellers actually won a very big prize on our show. She did felted animals, the most realistic yet whimsical felted animals I've ever seen, and I bought a lot of her animals. They're very beautiful.
Excellent. So here's another question from one of our sellers that I thought I'd like to share with you, and it's who is your business hero and why?
Well, we're sitting in his store, and I think Steve Jobs has been my business hero for a long, long time, just because he absolutely he had an idea, and he's kept it simple, and yet he mastered that world, that complex world, in a simple, fabulous way, and made us all addicts. I'm addicted finally to something. I'm addicted to my iPad. I kind of hate it and I love it at the same time.
Yep.
Are you
Yep.
addicted?
It's pretty bad. Yeah. We were talking backstage actually with Martha's grandchildren and my son. My son's 20 months, and how intuitive the Apple products are. How they, first he would grab my finger and like put it on the thing, and then he didn't need me anymore very quickly.
Well,
so.
give him the Craft app. See what he does with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't given it to Jude yet.
I think it actually it is something that I feel like children could use, or more.
Yeah,
more
I think 1.5 is too young.
Well, yeah. Well, no.
But wait till they get to the age of the children in the front row. They're going to be making fantastic things.
Well, so why don't we open it up for some questions from the audience?
Just raise your hand. I'll bring the microphone right on over to
So,
you.
Gail, what are we doing? Having burgers and dogs?
We're having burgers and dogs.
And a party.
We're making
and
party
fireworks.
invitations. Look how easy this is. This is the stamp application, and it's cool the way it really looks like you're stamping. And
It's very nice.
these are the stickers. So if you don't like burgers, you can delete and have dogs instead. And then, of course, there's glitter.
Oh, show how the glitter works, because that's really fun. You could glitter all those stamps. So that's what you do. You drag it over and then
Drag your
glitter
finger.
it.
Yep.
Glitter with what color? Blue or red?
I'm going to go with red and be very Americana.
Ooh.
Yeah, fantastic.
You can also write with your finger.
That looks like a child's writing.
I'm nervous. What can I tell you?
You can also put text in, which I thought was really fun.
Actually, there's always the eraser. So if you don't like it, you can erase.
Oh,
How come it's
good.
not erasing?
Any questions?
We have a question right here in the second row.
Yes, my name is Will, and I have a question. As when you finish making the card or whatever the project is, do you have to use your printer at home to print it?
Well, if you have AirPrint, do you have AirPrint at home?
Yes.
Then you can just print it right on your printer. You can also send it to Snapfish. And Snapfish will create any number of finished cards for you. And they're beautiful, absolutely beautifully professionally printed. So yes, those are two very good options.
And you can also email the.
Oh yeah,
the-
you can
the
just
drawing,
email
like,
the
right
card.
from the thing, I think.
Yep.
We have another question all the way here in the back.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Eric, and I'm really intrigued with how you have built this brand for yourself and, kind of this empire of yourself with so many different products, digitally, print, television. What do you think has been the key to your success in keeping up, with the times and staying so relevant?
Well, I try very hard to stay relevant. I mean, just keeping up with basic technology from the computer to the iPhone to the BlackBerry to the iPad. I mean, it's a lot to keep up with, because then you have to know how to use them and how to figure them out and what the complexities of them. And then, of course, there's all the applications. And I don't profess to know, how many apps are there now? Like 3 billion apps or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just can't keep up with those. But I talk a lot to friends, and I ask what their favorite this or that is, and then I'll go home. If it's interesting to me, I'll go home and try to look at it and figure it out. And I also have a couple people who work for me who keep me informed and make sure that I have the latest of this and the latest of that. So it's very important to do that. And no matter what age you are, young, medium, or old, to keep up with the times is, I think, essential in this day and age.
We have another question in the middle.
Hi, Martha. My
Hi.
name is Leanne, and I just had a quick question. If you are a young adult that's on a really tight budget, if you can just give a couple of tips on party planning. I know this is a great application because I can send my, cute invitations electronically, but if I'm on a budget and I want to have a great party, but I'm on a very, very tight graduate student budget, if you have any tips for how to be economically sensible.
Yeah, figure out one drink and make that drink for your friends, and you can make a really good drink. and without it costing a whole lot, you know. And you just go to our cocktails app. You'll find some really great drinks there. But I try to do that all the time. And then look for recipes that are not terribly expensive to make. Like you can have a quesadilla party. And that's anybody can have a quesadilla party, but it's what you put in your quesadilla that'll make the difference. And go online to marthastewart.com. All the recipes are good, and you can find a lot of different quesadilla recipes. But that's the kind of party I would have if I were on a budget. I have it even when I'm not on a budget. I love them.
If you're doing something inexpensive like using the Craft app to send all of your invitations by email, look at what any kind of party, birthday party, all kinds of wedding celebrations.
Those are cakes. Those are not drinks. Put some drinks up there.
We have another question all the way over here on the end of the second row.
Okay.
My name is Sam, Martha, and I just want to tell you that you are outstanding, and I'm very happy to be here. One thing I did not notice is, can you make, let's say, a bound notebook with these cards, or is it just cards? Can you make it as a book, binding it so you can open it?
Oh, to open it and turn the pages, you mean? Not yet, no. But that's a bundle that could be created.
Well, you could print out each page and then bind it yourself. It's a do-it-yourself project.
Yeah. So are there plans for how this app will iterate?
Oh yeah, there are lots of plans, and we're working on different bundles right now that will be more elaborate, more complex, more and do a lot more things, and be even more practical than this one is. This is the beginning to get you all your appetites whetted for creating graphic design of your own, and you can go from here. But it probably also encourage a lot of people to go into design an app like this.
Sure. I mean, I think it's it's breaking down barriers.
Yes, it is, definitely.
We have another question in the middle.
Okay.
Hey Martha, with the app coming out, what's one of your favorite features of the Craft app that you love to use?
Oh, it's out already. It's out. You can get it now. Now you have to pay for it because you missed the free period. What is it? $2.99? $4.99. Oh, $4.99. It's $4.99.
Okay.
And you'll try it and you'll find out what your favorite things are. Are you a crafter to start with?
Starting.
Okay. Well, you don't even have to be because it really sort of encourages you to become one.
Gotcha. But what are one of your just favorites that you love to use?
Well, I'm a glitter person. I love the glitter, and I also like the type. And I also like the cutouts, and I like the punches. So there's a lot of stuff in there that I like.
See one all the way in the back.
Hello, Martha. Again, a really big fan. Can we include our own pictures on this?
Oh yes, absolutely. That's one of the nicest features of this is that you can very much like Pinterest or Instagram. You can just drag your own pictures right into the card and use them, and it's fun.
And can they be emailed to people? Or is it
Yes,
just a
everything can
printout?
be emailed.
Oh,
The finished
cool.
card, absolutely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, great. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
I see one right in the middle.
Hi, Martha. My name's Catherine. I'm very challenged when it comes to Macs. I'm totally new to this, but I have a MacBook Pro that I just got. Is the app only for the iPad, or can I use it on
Yes,
the
it
MacBook
is.
Pro?
It's only for the iPad.
Is it going to be on the MacBook Pro in the future?
I don't know yet. I would hope that apps would be applicable to all devices at some time in the very near future. But
I was thinking of the little pun, applicable. I'm sorry.
that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no, it made me laugh.
but not yet. You have to use your finger. Can you use it on your MacBook Pro? No. So, not yet. One of these days, we're going to have that one device that we're all dreaming about, right?
So we have time for 2 more questions.
None of these children in the front row have a question? Gosh.
Hi, Martha.
Yes.
I'm Sky.
Hi.
I'm a big fan. I appreciate everything you do for all the women in terms of encouraging them to be more creative. I just wanted to ask, are you going to have your Martha Bakes app on there too?
Martha
because
what?
Your Martha Bakes.
Oh.
Just plain bakes, because your series is wonderful.
Yes, it will. We can have it for these kinds of things in next year, in 2000 and at the end of 2012. So yes, it's a wonderful program. I love it. But this September, I'm going to be on PBS with Martha's Cooking School, and that too will have apps built into it. Yes, you'll love it. October 6th is our debut.
And our last question's all the way in the back again.
Hi. Are there any plans to, like, one thing I'm thinking of as I'm looking at this, like, what if you could have it like real cutouts instead of just like a printed flat page, like real glitter and real, is that in the works?
Well, that's hard to do on an iPad.
Well, I mean, like have it sent out to some, I don't know, factory that'll, when it mails it to you, it doesn't come as a flat picture, but like
right. Okay. So, so Snapfish is not doing real glitter yet, but hopefully they will.
You can print it yourself at home
and glitter,
and then glitter on top of it, or use your stamps and everything else. But because you're able to print out your photographs and embellish them, it's really like taking a giant step forward in terms of crafting on top of your craft.
Oh, yeah.
So. And that's, whether you make a book or put it in your scrapbook or fold it and send it and put it in an envelope. One of the nice things about the cards is that they print out at regular envelope sizes, so they're already the right size. We've thought about just about everything. And we're working on Halloween and Christmas and New Year's, so everybody should keep looking out for the next update as well.
While I was back here, I found one more question. If we'd
Okay.
like to.
Yeah, I wanted to know, can you upload the artwork to Photoshop? Like if you wanted to do more editing?
I didn't understand.
If you wanted to upload it to Photoshop, if you could edit it on Photoshop, like if you edit one of the business cards or the cutouts.
I think if you had a JPEG that
Yeah.
you emailed to yourself,
Yeah.
you could then put that in Photoshop. And,
Yeah.
Right.
Anything that's in your photo gallery can be used. So, for instance, I have a card here that I use the Brushes app, and then I put it into the Craft app. There are people who are using Instagram and putting that in their pictures, and then using the Craft app on top of Instagram. So it's can be pretty wild.
So, all right. Well, I think we're done. Do we have time for one more? Or? Sure. Okay. Here, I've got a mic right here.
Hello.
Hi.
So one of the things, just one little tidbit, if you could make that so it could integrate and make a custom gift card, you'd make my life 10 times easier, where I could deposit $20 or send happy birthday on top of a gift card with an image like that.
Good idea.
So
Write it down, Gail.
Well, you could certainly print it out and do that now.
But Etsy, Matt made it a suggestion that he would love it for his he has 17 million members and 700,000 sellers. They could print out a card, a thank you card to anybody who bought something, and embed in the card a coupon.
And email it directly to their
Yeah.
customers. So I think there's a lot of things you could do with
yeah.
this. I mean, we talked even one day, people being able to sell the things that they make with the Craft app. So.
Yes.
Well, Martha, thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's going to be a demo. You guys can come and make your own and print them out here. But yeah, it's really exciting to talk to you.
Fun.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Martha Stewart.